What is going on, everyone? As promised, I have another list of places you can get free land. For the most part, free. Some require you do something with the land or put down a deposit or something like that. But no mortgage is what most people consider free, and that's what this is kind of all about. Normally, they're in areas that nobody's moving to. In the town or state, county, whatever, is trying to entice people into moving to the town, state, or county by cutting out the biggest headache involved with relocating, a place to call home. If you're looking for free land in a place everyone wants to live, you're wasting your time. It doesn't exist. Trust me, I've been looking for a free piece of property across the street from a Krispy Kreme with a Dutch Brothers coffee place right next to it for years. Doesn't exist. So, if you have a desire to have some property, but you don't have the cash, I give you... Number 10, Lincoln, Kansas. As we learned in the last video, Kansas has a bunch of towns bending over backwards to get you to settle down in their little patch of grassland heaven. The free home site program from Lincoln, Kansas offers land to build on within the city limits, which is kind of strange. It's normally outside of town or something, but it's in city limits. It's near a baseball field and a park. It also has a golf course not too far away. It's no Pebble Beach, but you do get to hit your little ball and walk around after it while cussing. At least that's how I play golf. Lincoln has about 3,500 residents and is about 720 square miles in size. They got buffalo and they got some farm animals and they got no crime. If you fail to return a library book the same week someone else failed to return a library book in Lincoln, you officially have a crime wave. They have a Pizza Hut, a Napa Auto Parts store, and like 5 Methodist churches. I'm not sure why they went all in on the Methodist thing, but if you're itching for some Methodist God talk, you should take Lincoln up on their offer. When you apply for the free land, you should know that it also qualifies for a 10-year property tax rebate program. So that's kind of cool. The plot size may vary anywhere from 12,000 square feet to 36,000 square feet, and you got 18 months from the date you receive your free land to start construction. Number 9, Osborne, Kansas. Not too far from Lincoln, Kansas, you have the slowly dying Osborne, Kansas. Like Lincoln, they'll give you a lot to build a house on if you move there, but they take it a step further. The city of Osborne is offering free land for both residential and commercial purposes. In addition, it also offers low-interest loans and special business incentives just to get your butt in there. It's an all-out blitz to increase the economic activity in this city. There's nothing going on there. The main street of this place is like a retail ghost town. If you look up and down Main Street, you'll see open business, the next one's closed. Open, closed, open, closed, all the way down. They've even got a bunch of buildings that are just for sale. They've given up on trying to get renters in there. They'll just give you the building or sell it to you. I don't know if they'll actually give you a building as part of their commercial thing, but yeah, there's some complete buildings for sale there. Number 8, Loop City, Nebraska. This city offers lots that are completely free in 2 different options. Those options are market rate homes and workforce homes. The lots under the market rate homes are provided on a first come first served basis with a deposit of $1,000, which is refunded once your home is built. The lots that are provided to people with limited income and assets are known as workforce housing. They're eligible for loans up to $20,000 to get the materials to build their home on their free land, and the loan has extremely low interest rates. Now, Loop City is very diverse, not racially, religiously. They're not like those people in Kansas. They have a Catholic church, a Baptist church, a Lutheran church, and a Presbyterian church, along with the one Methodist church. So you can ask for forgiveness 5 different places on 5 different days of the week. Take 2 days off. Call it Thursday and Friday. Be a sinner those days. The rest of the days, you can get all washed away. Loop City also has a golf course right outside of town, so if you're out there screaming profanity, you got those churches to go to. Number 7, the Cuyahoga Valley National Park in Ohio. In between Cleveland and Akron, Ohio, you have the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Now, the lands aren't free, and you'll never become the owner. This is on the list because it's extremely cheap and very unique. The government has started offering cheap farmlands with a 60-year lease. The farmlands are protected, and so is the house that's already built there. Getting a house and a farm. They do charge rent, but the average rent is about $500 a month. That's nothing for farmland, especially in Ohio. It's not bad. The National Park Service developed a program called the Countryside Initiative. This program invites farmers to lease land and farm in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. The Countryside Initiative program balances the needs of land and farmer who must follow strict guidelines for sustainable farm management. That's from their website. What's cool about this one is the land is beautiful. It's not like Kansas or Nebraska where the land is flat and depressing. This land has spirit. It's even got a ski resort. Not much of a resort, but they got a place where you can go ski. Lifts, everything. It's pretty cool. Number 6. Mankato, Kansas. Besides sounding like a grown-up sidekick, Mankato is a small town of approximately 800 residents where the major industries are agriculture, hunting, and fishing. That's it. They do have a place where you can get your nails done and your hair dyed pink, so that's nice. I came across a video by a channel called The Yes Theory about Mankato. They found a list of the most boring cities or towns in each state. Mankato was the one for Kansas. So they went to Mankato and they threw a party, like all YouTubers should do, I think. Anyway, the video's got like 3 million views already and it was put up like maybe 10 days ago. So maybe Mankato will get some attention from that video and maybe some from mine, and they'll get some traction. In a couple of years, they might crack 1,000 residents. Who knows? Anyway, if you comply with all the terms, you will get free land for homesteading. As of 2018, there was like 20 lots available, I believe. Your new digs must have a minimum of 1,200 square feet, excluding the garage. It's got to have a basement and a porch. The other building requirements are that it should have an overhang of a minimum of 18 inches and a 2-car garage. And it's got to be 3 bedrooms. There it is with the 2-car garage. I don't know why they keep requiring people to get 2-car garages in these places. It's weird. Number 5, the Yukon Canada. Okay, so it's not the United States, I get it. I also get a lot of people asking me why I never do videos about anything but the United States, so here you go, Canada. I actually had a guy tell me he was unsubbing because I did a video on Vancouver, BC, Canada last year. I asked him what his problem with Canada was, and he said, get this, they're liberal communists, and that's bad for America. Okay, so if it's Canada, I don't know how it's gonna be bad for America, and can you be a liberal communist? Is that a thing? Is that possible? Anyway, that's when I realized that it only takes a handful of words for someone to determine that you should never have kids, like this dude. Anyway, so our neighboring country has a great program that is giving away land for agricultural purposes. You'll need to become a Canadian citizen and live in the Yukon for 1 year before being able to redeem your land. The Yukon is a lot like Alaska, a bunch of wilderness and not a lot of liberal communists or any other type of person. It's a little sparse when it comes to people. But if you like living out in the woods, it's a perfect place. You might even get some land to do some farming. When I was in Alaska this last August, I met a guy that lives near Whitehorse in the Yukon, and he said that all his neighbors, well, neighbors that live within miles of him, think he's rich because he's like one of the only guys that built a home. He didn't get a manufactured home, so tells you what you're dealing with if you move to the Yukon. Number 4, Manila, Iowa. Welcome to the state of Iowa, whose slogan is a great place to paint a fence and discuss the weather. And now, welcome to Manila, Iowa, whose slogan is we don't get many visitors. There is really nothing going on here. The place is so dull, Google Street View car turned off its camera halfway through town. Manila is known for its low-cost living and tractor pulls. Who doesn't enjoy a tractor pull? Mix that with free land to build on, and you can get by with next to nothing, money-wise. Their website isn't very descriptive about the program, but you can find contact information on the city's website. Hopefully they'll be able to lead you the right direction, and hopefully it's not to the next tractor pull. But yeah, Manila, Iowa has free land. Just don't know much about it because you gotta call them to talk about it. Number 3, Tribune, Kansas. Have you had enough of Kansas? I hope you have, because we're finally done with the Jayhawk State. That's one of their nicknames. One of their other nicknames is the Free State, and oddly enough, they have more opportunities for free land than any other state in the nation. Nearly 77 underpopulated counties in Kansas participate in the Royal Opportunity Zone program to get young professionals to move into their communities. Towns like Tribune, Kansas will waive income tax fees for new residents should you move to the town. They'll also help you pay off your student loans for up to $15,000 over the course of 5 years. Zillow reports that this program has brought in 25 new people to the town, all of whom have pounced on the student loan incentive. That's like a major driver. If you know anything about student loans, it's brutal for a lot of kids these days. Anyway, no mortgage, tax break, save your credit, and student loan help. I'm shocked only 25 people have picked up on this real estate deal. You'd think a real estate deal like that would, be gone in an hour, but no, they still got more land. Head to Tribune. Number 2, Wyoming. Wyoming is sort of known for having cheap land. It isn't that populated, and the state would like to get a whole bunch more taxpayers moving in. It's not just places that are out in the prairie either. They got a lot of open land. They have some great programs in the cities, like the state capital of Wyoming, which is Cheyenne. The Wyoming Rehabilitation and Acquisition Program helps put affordable homes back on the market by rehabbing abandoned homes for low-income households. There are also 3 homes for free in downtown Cheyenne that no one's claimed yet. It's said no one claimed them, but I've also heard from someone else that if they didn't claim them soon, they were going to tear them down. They might have already been torn down now, but the same person also told me that they'll be offering more as they try and revitalize Cheyenne. So keep looking for that one. But Wyoming has a lot of programs to get people into the state. Sure, the locals don't want you moving in there. They seem to think, if outsiders come in, they're going to ruin their little prairie paradise or something like that. But yeah, the government and the shop owners and commercial businesses, they want people in. And number 1, the United States. So, the United States has a lot of other land that they want to give to you. Most of the time, it's farming land, agriculture, whatever. And it comes in the form of grants. If you don't know about grants, they are programs funded by the federal government, in most cases to help people with various projects, including obtaining land. Now, some people might think that getting money or land from the government is like taking a handout. It's not. The United States has a lot of lands they don't need, they don't want, and they don't want to pay to maintain anymore. If they can't sell it, it just sits there accumulating costs and maintenance on the land. If you take it, it's your problem. So by taking this land, you're actually helping the government. Now, the thing about grants, it's got a downside. It takes a lot of time and a lot of paperwork, and you got to do some studying to know how to do all this. Or you could actually hire someone to help you out with the grant. I'd advise just do the research. You have the internet, do the research. The United States Department of Agriculture has a lot of programs around affordable loans and grants for agricultural purposes. There are always new ones coming up, so keep checking back at the USDA's website. I'll leave a link below. Periodically, new opportunities will come up that may lead to you getting free land for farming. If you want to farm, this is one of the best ways to do it. Unless you got a big bank account and you can just buy a farm. Like I said, I'll leave links below, and maybe something will work out for you guys. If you've ever been through a grant thing or you've ever gotten free land from the government, leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your story. Alright, so that's the end of my video, the 10 places to get free land. 10 more places to get free land, I guess. We did one before. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out. That's the most important thing. Get information out of my videos. Get a couple chuckles, move on with your day. Anyway, don't forget all the links below. Become a member of the channel, buy a t-shirt. All that stuff helps out the channel. Everybody have a great day. Subscribe, and be nice to each other.